You can develop your interest in learning and studying by just watching this video. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dolakpo Janet and I'll be sharing 5 study tips for students in this video. So you know any student around you or you're a student usually spending hours without no good productivity, so watch this video for 5 study tips. And if you want to know more study tips about excellence, academic excellence, I'm going to link a playlist on academic excellence in the description below, so check out other study tips, studying techniques for you to start growing and excelling in your academics. Without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Number 1, organize your study area. Where you choose to study or read your books is very important. Your body tends to be comfortable and get things well, assimilate well if your environment is organized. Trust me, you want an organized environment when you want to read. Clear your desk, clear the environment, try and make it a little bit neat for you. Your location is also very important. You don't want to read in a rowdy place where you'll be distracted or read around people that you know you only gather to do things that are distracting. If you really want to study, then your area, your location has to be organized. You have to intentionally organize your location, your study area. You have to organize it. I do 80% of my study in the library as a student. The other ones are maybe in class with friends in other location. You will not find me studying, quote and unquote, in just any place. If you see me reading or going through, I'm just maybe glancing or revising. But when I really want to study, I go to the library. That's when I can be comfortable. It's a clear space, it's a clean space to some extent, and then I'll be able to assimilate and study well. So organize your study area, whether it's in your room, in a classroom. Make sure your study area is a bit organized to some extent. You won't regret it. Number 2 study tip: have a schedule and plan. Is it schedule or schedule? Just have a plan before you go to study. Get a paper and pen. Let's do a practical right now. So get a paper and pen. Plan the number of hours or the minutes you want to spend in studying. If it's possible, write them down. Break them into 30 minutes. I do that. Do this before you start. It's very important that you do this before you start. Don't just stumble into reading. Have a plan. Break the hours into minutes of study. I mentally prepare myself as I walk to library sometimes. I prepare myself, these are the courses or the topics I want to go and study. I don't just go there and just start reading anything. This is important, especially if you manage academics with other things. Maybe you're studying, you're working, you're a business person, or you are a student and you have responsibilities, whether you are holding posts or responsibilities in the fellowship or in student body or anything, or you are into business, or you are studying again, or you are doing a course that is not like related to the course you're actually studying in school, the thing you are majoring. So you need to actually have a plan so that you can break it into bits and bits. Having a schedule and plan for studying is so important. It guides you at the end of the day. You will be productive. It manages your time better and it improves your focus. You can create a study schedule by breaking down the material you are studying into bits. Create the plan, make it daily or weekly. Set realistic goals. You need to set realistic goals. And yes, you need to track your progress. Set realistic goals and track your progress. Study tip number 3: study in retrospect. Yes, it is very important that you study in retrospect. What does this even mean? The last thing I said in the second study tip was that you should track your progress. Studying in retrospect is really important for reflection and for improvement. If you really want to improve in your study, you want to improve in the knowledge that you've gained and in the utilization, or you remembering it during time of tests and exam, then you need to study in retrospect. Studying in retrospect simply means looking back of what you have studied, and then looking at your study habits or things you have studied or your study session and evaluating them. And then you now look forward to how you're going to study the next time you want to study. Basically, it is not just about basically it is about what worked for you, what didn't work, and how to improve. Maybe you try studying in a particular location, you try spending a particular number of hours and it didn't work, or it worked, or it stopped working at a particular point. What happened? Then you need to study in retrospect to really help you. I remember there was a time I was really distracted. A lot of things was happening to me at the season, so I noticed I was distracted. So I started tracking the time, my attention span. I was tracking my attention span, so I would check the time I spent studying for a stretch without being distracted, without anything coming to my mind. As when it's progressed, I noticed it. I remember sharing with a friend. I told a friend, oh, my attention span during studying has increased to 30 minutes. Before, it really went down. It was so drastic. I couldn't study or focus for 10 minutes. I'd be distracted. But when I started studying in retrospect, I was taking time to see, okay, this is happening. This is why it's happening. I began to see progress. So you need to study in retrospect. Okay, I read this topic yesterday. What didn't I understand in the topic? Okay, this is the next thing I need to go to. Let me understand this before moving to the next thing. So you need to know what worked, evaluate the study you've gone through, then see how you plan for the future. It's not just about eating books, spending hours, but you need to identify the area you've improved, the ones you've learned well, and identify the parts you need to work on. Understand what you want to study, identify the plans you need to have for the future. Take notes when you are studying. Be honest with yourself. Be specific in your reflections. Like I said, when I knew that my attention span reduced, I noticed it. So I began to work towards it. And I also got someone who I was accountable to. And I was telling the person, see, it has increased. I'm now studying. I can now study for 30 minutes straight. But it reduced at the point. It was so drastic for me. So you need to be honest with yourself. Focus on 2 or 3 things. Don't pack too much things to focus on, to hit many things. Break it bit by bit, and then you can see improvement gradually. Study tip number 4: ask for help and help others. This is really a study tip that has helped me. This is one of my secrets. I don't cease to call and ask for help, people that I know that can actually help me. Or I sit around and I see the people around talking about something, and I listen, I pay attention, I ask if I don't know. If I know, I chip in what I know so that it can remain with him. I can retain it. I'll share another personal story. It was last year I took a course and I seen everybody was flourishing, understanding the whole course. But because I really did not understand, I read, I was reading, over reading self. But I got to a point that I said that I need help. I need someone to tell me this thing I've read and just let it sink. So I called on a friend, a classmate actually. We're not too close, so we're not like paddy, maybe we'll be gisting too much. But I called on a friend, it's still a friend, and I'm like, after this class we're going to meet, just help me out. And the friend was willing to help me. It was very crucial and important for me to actually ask for help that moment. I asked for help from my people that have gone ahead of me. I asked for help from YouTube, like this YouTube space. I asked for help. I can literally get help, especially when it comes to my academics. I don't hesitate to ask for help. Whether you're my friend, whether you're my enemy, I would definitely, if I know that you're in place to come up and show me how to go about it, I would ask for help. I have people that I got close to because I know they are good in academics, in what I don't know more than myself. And I also be help to others when I find myself, I know I've created time for a lot of people to spend time with them, to help them understand. And it also helps me, it enhances my knowledge, it helps me retain the what I've read. So also help people, talk about what you've read to someone, try and explain it to someone, be of help to them. That way you retain the memory. This is a very good tip. And also ask for help. When you don't know, ask for, I'm not saying ask for help in exam, before exam, before your test, ask for help. The fifth study tip, because there are a lot of study tips, there are a lot of them. The fifth study tips I'll be giving in this video is pray. Yes, do we have believers in the house? Pray. As you are studying Kabash a little bit, speak in tongues, pray, ask the Lord to help you. He is the God that blesses the work of our hands, so it will enhance that knowledge. Prayer has really helped me being vulnerable with the Lord in my studies, in my academics, is a really great and powerful tip for me. I've really seen the hand of the Lord in my academics when I pray. I don't want this video to be super long. Tell me other study tip you know in the comment section, or if you want a part 2 for more study tips and study techniques, please reach out in the comment section. I would love to hear your responses. And thank you so much for watching this video. If you are new, please subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. Please like and share this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.